Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions with you, which you should share with all your friends as facts. Not the stuff we're talking about, but our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Randy.
What's up, Chuck? Man, what we talking about tonight?
Man, we're talking about so many different things tonight, Randy.
All right.
First off, did you see Top Gun Maverick?
No.
Me neither. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick. However, Top Gun Maverick named Best Film of 2022 by Rotten Tomatoes. Says Deadline. The highest grossing movie of 2022 at the domestic box office in pure calendar days and second highest grossing worldwide. Paramount's Top Gun Maverick. $718.3 million, $1.48 billion has been named the best movie of last year by Rotten Tomatoes. The pick also landed a 96% certified fresh grade from the critics of 464 reviewers and the 99 fresh from the audience meter as well.
Well, he got nominated for an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
He got nominated
for everything.
Yeah. And so, I mean, maybe I didn't, this is just me, right? I didn't love the first Top Gun. I thought
I'm with you. I
mean, it wasn't bad, but it's just like
get 15 minutes in it and be like, what else is on right now? What's on Crunchyroll?
And I'm trying to think, did I see the whole thing or have I just seen it in pieces and just I saw the whole thing one time, but that's it.
I saw it at our house the whole time. I think Kip played it or something.
Yeah, so this
is one of my favorite movies.
I guess is it on Disney Plus now? Isn't it on Disney? It's on Paramount Plus. I got Paramount
3 times. I started 3 times.
So did you stop because you were tired or did you stop because you were bored?
I stopped because I was bored. I feel like for some reason I'm triggered. Like they do the intro key, and the intro key is that of the 80s, and I get triggered. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it though.
And really, I don't.
Everybody says it's an amazing film. Like even Horace, aka Centel, came back to me and was like, "Yo, it's something worth watching."
He likes Tom Cruise though, don't he? Didn't he like Top Gun, the first Top Gun?
He liked it.
And it's not wrong with it. A lot of people did. I just felt like, I liked Iron Eagle way better than I liked Top Gun.
I mean, Top Gun reminds me if they did Demolition Man all over.
Oh Lord,
like, okay, whatever. Or Total Recall. They did Total Recall one more time.
But they did Total Recall again.
Yeah, I know it.
Did they do it twice? I thought they did it once.
No, they done Total Recall twice. There's 2 Total Recall movies out there. Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. It's the original one, then it's a remake, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. It wasn't worth watching either.
We didn't get enough of Total Recall.
The first one was all right. I liked it. It had the 3 boob woman, and I was a little kid when I saw it, so that was all that mattered.
I'll watch it as an adult and see how you feel.
I bet. I don't need to go. I had to go back and watch Willow. I don't need to go back and watch Total Recall. Defunct said, I think this edged out EEAAO because of the weighting of it being more mainstream and getting more reviews and audience numbers.
You know what EEAAO is?
I do not.
Everything, everywhere, all.
Oh, okay.
Get your nerd abbreviation stuff. We got the 5 letters these days.
But that's got Michelle Yeoh in it, and everything she does is a
queen.
Everything she does is amazing. So yeah. I'm not surprised that it was a better film than Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yeah. The stars the pinnacle white man.
Yeah, he is like Tom Cruise has been the pinnacle white man for like 40 years.
I mean, he's badass. He's like, I'm gonna get on this motorcycle. I'm gonna jump into a jet.
And like Tom Cruise he gets on top of a jet with his take it off for some. Tom Cruise is that dude.
Yeah,
somebody said
he's like 60 years old.
Right.
I don't even jump down from a chair, standing in a chair.
Somebody said that like the ultimate death for Tom Cruise has to be on the movie set because anything else is like anticlimactic because
he won't get into Valhalla any other way. He won't get into Valhalla. He dies in war.
Right. He's got to.
Okay. Okay. So Disney's reorganizing itself. This is the sad news for today. Disney's reorganizing into 3 segments: entertainment, ESPN, and parks. That's interesting. They breaking ESPN out of entertainment because it was tucked into entertainment with ABC.
Well, I think that's a ploy. And the reason I say it's a ploy because still a lot of cable cutters out there. Remember, was it last year before last? ESPN let go a lot of people.
They did.
They did. And so for years, ESPN propped up a lot of weaker divisions before, like the Marvel Studios took over and everything like that.
It's the way they can shape
And
people
this
out.
what right. Because cable is down, people are cutting the cords, and that directly affects ESPN. And maybe it's better now with streaming services and things like that. You can get it isolated, but I think this is their way of, trimming the fat over there.
Yeah. So Disney's reorganization into 3 core segments: entertainment, ESPN, and parks and experiences and products. As CEO Bob Iger moved to restructure.
Didn't they just cheer for him to come back when he was back? It was like, yeah, Bob is back. Yeah. It's like, thank you. 7,000 jobs are gone.
People gone. Yeah. So 7,000 people got released from Disney. Unfortunately, I feel sorry for those people.
I do too.
As an ex-Disney employee, I can only imagine how that feels.
Yeah,
because
man.
the organization pumps in lifers, and these are probably people that have moved around Disney a lot and avoided being cut to all of a sudden being cut 7,000 jobs.
Yeah,
It's aiming at returning creative authority to Disney's world-class creative team and its unparalleled brands and franchises. So he's cutting middle management.
He's cutting middle management, and he's basically saying everybody's going to be responsible for their own profitability. Yeah. It's not going to be this tentpole thing where we cover stuff. It's like whatever you produce, it better be successful. Otherwise, it's going to be cut.
Everybody's gone to the Netflix method.
Yeah. Right.
Hold your own or you die. Right. Bureaucracy is no longer, the bureaucracy can't protect you anymore.
Exactly. And so it's going to be accountability across the board. At least that's my interpretation.
And Iger said today that making ESPN a standalone business unit is in no way a presage a sale of the business.
Who said it was?
Nobody said it was, and that's what I'm saying. He brought that up.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm like, who said that it was? Who said
that's
that
like saying no disrespect? It's gonna be something disrespectful be said.
Right. Yeah, I didn't hear anybody say that. Maybe on the conference call because they had earnings release, and maybe on the conference call somebody asked, but I don't remember hearing anybody bring it up. That means it's definitely on the block to be sold.
The move follows his dismantling of DMED, Disney Media Entertainment and Distribution, set up previously by CEO Bob Chapek, that rested control over content decisions by the company's creative executives. He was like, y'all ain't got enough shit on Disney Plus. These subscribers are coming in and coming off every Marvel show and every Star Wars show. They come in and come out. We got to keep them here.
Well, they do have a lot slated for 2024 and 2020 or 2023 and 2024
because it's all bundled together. Month of March is good, but the month of May is barren.
But that's the Netflix model, man. And so the Netflix model, and so streaming is not the one thing that they have good for. They have a huge catalog and a lot of property, so they can do that better than Netflix. But it's expensive to keep cranking out them shows to keep eyeballs fastened on the show.
You got 200 million. You had 200 million people around the world. I'm pretty sure those people are dropping off like flies because you have nothing that speaks to them. Nothing. There's not a native language Spanish speaking Disney show.
Right.
Speaks more Spanish in the world than any other language. There's not a Spanish show on Disney. Yeah. I can't go in and see Disney Spanish programming. I can go to Netflix and see a ton of Spanish programming.
Absolutely.
A ton of Korean programming.
Yeah.
Japanese programming. I see Nigerian programming.
Yeah.
Rwandan programming.
And Netflix and Disney Plus offers none of that.
None of that. Just let you know, people color content works, and not just superheroes and people wizards with electric swords.
I guess it's not necessarily that, but like you got to have some
Anime.
diversity, and I think Warner's is going to find this out here pretty soon. They're trying to cater to that middle American audience. That's what they said earlier. I think they're going to struggle.
The Funk said Disney Plus has got Korean shows. That's good.
Which
The,
Korean shows do which Korean
I don't
shows?
know. I had no idea. I didn't see.
Okay,
I have not. Whenever I hop into Disney Plus, I don't get merched any Korean stuff.
yeah,
So
I don't.
I had
I
no
haven't either.
idea. What I get merched is all superhero stuff and the random VHS movies and TV shows that have superheroes in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Paramount Plus is gonna
not
have that problem too.
not like Netflix. I turn on my
Nah.
Netflix. I got Korean shows all day, Japanese
Oh, they
shows,
have a list of best
Nigerian
Korean
shows.
shows for 2023.
Hell,
Yeah, absolutely.
I have rows for it. Best K drama segments
Yeah.
with a woman lead. That's all of them. That's almost all, and it's like a list of them.
Mm,
You know, and Disney has their tempo animation, which is they are catering to international groups now, but not as much. You
yeah.
know, Wakanda's not a real place. That doesn't really cater to.
There's no Squid Game equivalent on Disney Plus.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. There's
Not
no,
in necessarily like it's graphic, but I'm talking about that has that sort of reach
yeah,
across the world. It's a Korean drama.
no Casa de Papel, Money Heist,
Yeah.
none of
All
that.
of those.
None of that. Yeah,
Yeah. So
they got to figure that out.
mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of Disney, Toy Story, Frozen, Zootopia sequels are in the works at Disney. So Bob Iger was like, "Hey, y'all haven't greenlit these films yet? I'm firing everybody in the middle that didn't greenlight these films. Y'all have the green light."
And I'm a toy. I was underwhelmed by the last Toy Story. Do we need another Toy Story
Toy
movie?
Story 5, man, it got to catch up with Fast and the Furious and be about.
Oh Lord. I feel like every conversation I have on this show, somehow we get a reference to Fast and the Furious.
Wanted to go to. That's just what you wanted to go to.
I didn't even think of just like we
Toy
said with
Story
Disney.
5 fast.
Thank you, Dragon Boy VR. No, we don't need another Toy Story.
We don't need it. We don't need another Toy Story. We don't need it. You know,
I don't really
I
need
don't know
another
how I feel
Frozen
about
either.
Zootopia. Like, do we need another Zootopia? I don't think.
Maybe.
I think Zootopia gave me the message it meant to give, and it was a really decent film.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just,
I think DreamWorks kills the animal genre of animation. They're not competing against DreamWorks. They're not on the same level.
They not. Because over the break, I went to go see Puss in Boots, and I was really impressed by it. I was like, I didn't think I was going to like this. This was all right.
All them are killing the animal genre of animation. Disney's like, stick to your princess, Disney. Stick to your toys.
Devon said it was a great adult film. I was underwhelmed by Toy Story 4. I really was. I didn't think it was great. The first three I loved. I was like 4, and I'm like, do I need another one?
You know, it's like how the Secret Life of Pets. I don't think they want any of that. They don't want no parts of Secret Life of Pets.
Oh Lord,
Secret Life of Pets was amazing. I laughed. It was so silly. What's the one with all the animals singing in it?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I forgot the name of it. Yeah.
We had one fail. They had one fail. The Warner Brothers fail.
But
the Super Pets.
Yeah, but I think part of the problem is that they're green lighting these films similar to what we just talked about. It's kind of the same thing as fatigue, and they're not innovating or creating. I don't.
The fun can literally just sing. They had sings about animals.
Just Sing was good, man. It's American. It's a American, what you would call it, for just animals singing. I thought it was good.
It's amazing. It was fun.
Yeah.
Came out of that movie like, I like that. It was a musical. It nailed it. It hit everything. Disney don't want parts of that.
They don't. They got to do better than coming out with Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3.
Yeah, they do.
It's Zootopia maybe, but yeah, they got to do better than that. Be better, Disney.
They had to come with more new franchises.
Yeah.
There's no reason to sequelize everything. God, if we get another Cars movie, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, I have no desire to see cars.
Computers. It's about a bunch
Uh,
of computers that live on a desktop. And they got Exile, they got the smartphone. Like, yeah, I'm the new sexy thing. I'm
and
right
hell,
here.
even the last couple Pixar films haven't been that great.
Mm-mm.
Because Buzz Lightyear, I haven't seen it. Buzz Lightyear underwhelmed completely.
I thought Strange World was beautiful. It was interesting. It
It
had, it doesn't have that the magic of Disney. Of some of these films are
I
gone.
mean, it's doing better on Disney Plus, but it was a colossal failure at the box office. It was like, whoa.
It was.
So I don't know.
And then speaking of animation, let's talk about the acting, voice actors. So
Mm-hmm.
voice actors are reportedly urged to sign voices away to AI companies.
Mm-hmm.
Several actors revealed they're being asked to sign their voice rights away so that those voices can be used for AI software by other clients. I would not do that. If
Never. They
you
should
are an
never.
actor, that is your intellectual property.
Right.
Not
Never.
sign that away.
Mm-mm.
Matter of fact, your digital double. Get as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Because
And
Mhm.
voice acting for animation is a skill. It's a real skill. Not every actor can do it. There are good actors that are not good voiceover actors. We talk about it all the time on Binge Worthy. And so for you to sign it away, yeah, I hope that they're not being pressured, like financially pressured or like reputationally pressured to do that. That would be terrible.
in the video game to the acting company or the or the whatchamacallit company, the casting company, and they will use you
Oh yeah.
great grandbabies and never
Yeah.
pay. They
Yeah.
they stuck in the notorious Big Puffy deal.
Yeah, man. Or Dragonborn VR said that they get big deals or royalties of some sort, but I don't think that's in
That's not
part of the deal.
no, I don't think that's part of the deal.
Yeah, like Chuck said, they signed them for them a Death Row
They
Bad Boy record
record
day
label.
deal, that Suge Knight kind of deal. Sign this on the back of a napkin, you know.
In many cases, actors won't even know that the AI clauses have been written into their contracts before signing until it's too late. But for those that realize this, he said that those actors are being told they cannot be hired without agreeing to these clauses.
Mm,
So they're not getting paid for these. They're muscling them out of it. They're not
yeah.
this. So somebody's going to make permanent profit off of you and never get paid.
Can you imagine
What
you
Prince talked about. This is the stuff that Prince talked about.
yeah, like your children or grandchildren hearing
Yeah.
your voice and you're not getting paid for any of it.
People don't understand how bad the music industry is, and it's all based on voice. Like people didn't understand. To Snoop Dogg bought Death Row Records this year, he made zero money on everything that came off of Death
Yeah,
Row.
he said he never got royalties on
Never
any of the stuff, his earlier stuff. He said royalties, what's that?
zero. Everything
Yeah.
that Snoop made was all sponsorship deals. He learned business in order to make money to live the lifestyle we thought.
Yeah, man. They said Prince in his latter years, a lot of artists wanted to collaborate with Prince because he's Prince. And he would tell them, like, they come like, yo, man, let's record this. And Prince would ask them, he said, do you own your masters?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no. He said, until you own your masters, we can't record anything. And he just walk off. And
Yeah.
these were the things he was talking about. Yeah. Owning your intellectual property, owning your rights, your royalties, and all things. And
Saw
I
what
think it's,
happened to Taylor Swift.
yeah, she didn't own any of her.
Sung those songs in concert without paying Skeeter Braun.
I thought that concert was the only place she could perform them.
Well, she has to perform at a faster speed. If she performs them, she has to pay him for those performances
Oh,
because he owns
I mean,
them.
it's man, the music industry is full of them,
It's
like
shady.
full of them. Yeah, yeah, like you know.
So the promoters usually take the brunt of that, of course. But
Mhm,
they're like, oh, you want to use the catalog? This is also in their rider. You have to pay for the use of their catalog.
mhm.
Any of their songs.
Yeah, so I hope it probably will. The AI is something else, but I hope this doesn't become the trend because that's not right for the actors.
All right. It's not right. I remember when I worked for Blue Vishnu and I helped them out on a project that like Zach Efron, The Rock,
Mhm.
and getting scanning their bodies because they want to own the master of their digital double. Because for a lot of the movies that have special visual effects, they make models of these actors and they don't own them for the movies. That means I can later on buy the movie rights and buy those digital doubles from the movie and use them any way they want to use them.
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
So they can make an Iron Man. So they can actually make an Iron Man, the worst case scenario, pornograph with Iron Man and his digital double.
Yeah.
But it has to be used in Iron Man. It has to be used as Iron Man.
Not cool.
Not cool at all. Not cool at all. So I want people to fight for the rights of actors and other workers because
creatives in general and people workers' rights in general, you know, even if you're not in a creative space, but workers' rights in general.
Yeah. Speaking of worker rights in general, Michael Jackson's estate to sell catalog for up to $900 million. That's cheaper than he paid for the Beatles, wouldn't it?
Huh?
That's cheaper than what he paid for the Beatles.
I thought, I don't know what he paid for the Beatles. I don't know, but like I thought
for him or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that number was really low.
Yeah. So
I don't give a damn.
Those in charge of the late artist's affairs are working to sell half of their interest in Mike Jackson's.
Okay, so
around 800 million.
So for just half of it, about 800 million. So I guess in total, you're looking at like 1.6 billion, 2 billion. Okay, that sounds more in the line of what I was thinking because I was like, 800 million for Michael Jackson's catalog? Are you out of your damn mind? Nah. And I don't have nowhere near that kind of money. But if I own Michael Jackson's catalog, we talking billions, son. We talking billion.
Sony and possible financial partners are negotiating to acquire 50% of the Jackson estate interest in a number of artist sources of income, including the music catalog, publishing, the MJ the Musical Broadway show, and the upcoming biopic of Michael. So we're coming for it all.
I'm not giving up all of that for 800 million. I'm like, you can get half the catalog, but all that other stuff, nah, fam. And I wonder what's included in that half of the catalog, though.
What's so crazy is Elvis's daughter. When she died, she had none of his.
That's because she sold so much of it.
She sold all of it.
Yeah, she just was. I mean, I don't want to speak ill of the dead. She just wasn't business savvy, you know.
Yeah.
And she was just going through money. She was just going through money, and had to take such large advances against those properties. Yeah, she didn't own a lot of it at the end. And that's a huge fortune to, you know, squander. Jeez.
Sony was also Jackson's recording label for the duration of his solo career. And in 1995, the company established a joint venture with the musician to form Sony ATV Music Publishing, which included Jackson's share of the Beatles publishing. Following Jackson's passing and his death in 2009, Sony moved to acquire sole ownership of the Sony ATV, which they finalized in late 2019. Yeah, he had that big ass studio in Hawaii they had to cover.
Yeah, well, Mike was business savvy. Mike said, you know, a lot of the stuff that they started to say about me they didn't start saying until I started purchasing music catalogs. Like he had a huge repository of other music that he owned, that he literally owned. You know, he had been inquiring. He bought the Beatles catalog, I think, in the early 80s, because it was interesting how he did it. He was having a conversation with Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was talking about how he was they sold a lot of their they, as in the Beatles, sold a lot of their original works when they were young, and now it was up on auction. And he was telling Michael Jackson he was going to purchase it back. And Mike said, I'm going to purchase your catalog. He said, oh, he just joking. Man, Mike wasn't playing with y'all. He went to the auction and all.
He left the trailer. He left Mike's trailer on the video set.
Yeah,
Mike made a phone call right.
So shit, that might have been too.
Mike got on the that portion of the song.
Like
so messed up. You know how fast that phone call had to go? He called up his lawyers like, look, the Beatles catalogs for sale. Buy it right now. Not now. Right now.
Mike had the best lawyers in the industry. Master P talked about when he was first getting started, he reached out to Michael Jackson's lawyer. Said Michael Jackson's lawyer charged him like $200,000 to talk to him for half an hour.
It's Michael Jackson's lawyer.
Michael Jackson's lawyer. And Master P was like, it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
200K for half an hour?
100K. That's what I charge out here because we're that team that killed.
Dude, I mean, he making 400K an hour?
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Right.
We're gonna go to a Nintendo story. Nintendo Switch is officially the third best-selling console of all time. The hybrid handheld has racked up over 122 million sales in its lifetime, placing ahead of PlayStation 4, which is 117 million, and Nintendo's own vulnerable Game Boy, which had 118 million, as the third best-selling console of all time. Only PlayStation 2 with 155 million and Nintendo DS for 154 million. It's outsold it.
Good for it.
Nintendo be getting lifelines.
Yeah.
People like, oh, Nintendo's gonna die this year. This console's not going to sell. Nintendo's like, hold my beer. We're gonna show you. They did it with the Wii, they did it with everything. We're gonna make this money.
Yeah, man. Good for it.
Yeah.
And Nintendo ain't ever going out of business.
They're going out of business. They're sitting on so much free cash.
Right. Nintendo's never going out of business.
I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't made a play to buy a lot of these game studios in Japan that are dying. A lot of game publishers are dying. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't just made a play to buy them, just to keep them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised too, but yeah, Nintendo gonna be around for a long, long time. A long, long time. And I'm not surprised that
the game do well. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? Man, it's a remake of a game.
Yeah.
2 million. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, 41.59 million.
I mean, at this point, Mario is so ingrained in our culture. Where is it going? It's Mickey Mouse, right? You think it's not.
Only thing that beats it is Pokemon.
Well, the only thing I'm saying is like it's so ingrained in our culture. It's not going anywhere. It's Mario.
Nintendo promises 10% pay hike even as it trims profit outlook.
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Caused by the prime minister. See, that's a very Japanese company.
What's that?
Inflation's killing y'all. We're gonna get a 10% pay hike.
Yeah. That's the thing. But I try to tell people all the time. I mean, even though they are laying off jobs, companies, because a company does well doesn't mean it's going to create jobs, right? They do it when they need it. So yeah, it happens. Nintendo has a long history of partnership with implied but unenforced exclusive relationships. Seems like they only buy a studio if someone jumps ship from another studio and starts their own.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true. Yeah. It's like there's a lot of Japanese publishers and companies that are struggling right now, and they need a sugar. I'm surprised Sony and Nintendo haven't made plays, because they should be seeing what's going over here in America. Be like, oh my god, Microsoft laid off 20,000 people, but they're about to spend 68 billion in cash on the studio, on a whole entire publisher. Disney's looking at doing the same thing. Disney's looking at buying a publisher. Okay. It's very interesting.
Okay. So some of Nintendo's longest and closest developers are technically independent.
Speaking of Nintendo, they made some big announcements. They had Nintendo Direct. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. With the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom months away from its May 12th release date, Nintendo is sharing another look into the 2023 game. The highly anticipated sequel to 2017's Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, keeping its open world exploration and expanding the upward and into the sky.
It's amazing to me that we're talking about properties ingrained in culture. The Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda came out in 86, 87. Still going strong.
Strong.
It is still out here in these streets.
Yep. They have Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp. It has a nice cartoon look and feel to it. That has me really excited. I love Advance Wars. The Funk got me onto the Advance Wars.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite games. It's a tactical game. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance on Nintendo Switch. So they're bringing back the old school games. That catalog that you bought those little cartridges to?
I remember.
we're gonna put it on the Switch because it's the highest selling console this generation.
Hey, like
So
I said, Nintendo ain't going nowhere.
Metroid Prime remake. So they're like, hey, you know that Metroid Prime game y'all like? That the first person shooter, we're gonna remake it. We're gonna give it to you again.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
ever think that they are.
Pikmin 4. We're showing you Pikmin 4. I've never played a Pikmin game. I've owned 3 of them and never played one. But everybody talks about it's a game about gardening. Samba de Amigo Party Central for the Switch. That sounds amazing. It's Samba de Amigo. Everybody loves Samba de Amigo. It's a music rhythm game. Bang Kaisto's remaster. That's another game that's really big from the Lost Oceans people. So it's going to be interesting how this game's going to come out because it's a JRPG and it's very JRPG. It's
Okay.
Fashion Dreamer, which is about being an influencer, fashion designer, dreamer, simulator.
And that's a video game.
Exceed, it's going to sell. It's going to sell. They made other games like this, other games like this. So they're like, hey, we got this girl market. A lot of girls buy the Switch. So for the young girls, we're going to sell
It
this.
makes sense. Yeah.
Castlevania, Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. So they have a Dead Cells
So,
game.
so
Castlevania.
Castlevania was a Nintendo game?
No, it was a Konami game, but
Okay.
Dead Cells is a studio that is getting a Castlevania theme expansion Return to
Okay. Okay.
So they're
Okay.
going to put it onto the Switch.
I hope they do
They
it
do
now.
other things, but right now they're announcing the Switch. Then one of my favorite games is Capcom's Ghost Trick, and they announced Ghost Trick, which is what would I call it? It's an adventure game, but it's really interesting game, but it's fun. It's a fun game. Then
All
we
right, man.
Katamari Reroll. Katamari is one of the biggest games, and all you do is roll around on the ball. You little Katamari guy, and you push a ball, and you suck up everything in the world, people, benches, everything to make this bigger ball. You have to figure out the weight and physics to move the ball around. Really RC game. Then more Splatoon stuff. This is the biggest one for me. This one hit harder than anything else. Disney Illusion Island.
What is that?
Disney Illusion Island is looks like a stylized Disney platform. It's a platformer game.
Mm-hmm.
Any Goofy and Donald, 4-person action, 4-player action, and it just looks great. Look,
Is this what's on the screen? Rodney's
that's
got something.
Katamari. That's Katamari. You go around
Okay.
with in the ball, just pick up everything. You have to do it, play physics on it.
Okay. So a lot of stuff coming down the line in Nintendo.
There's a lot of stuff, but those are some of the big games. Today's Nintendo Direct got one student at California State University Fulton so worked up that he accidentally triggered a police threat response.
Oh Lord.
Campus police said that they emailed a request anonymous asking to cancel class because a once in a lifetime event would occur. Oh, so this,
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
he's like,
That
hey, we need to cancel this class because once in a lifetime event's about to occur.
talk your talk. Like, hey man, we shouldn't have to go to school on a day like this. It should be a holiday. I'm all for America making holidays days like that. Like, Nintendo about to drop all these news. I can't be expected to go to school and work.
Yeah,
Holiday.
Make this a holiday.
Make this a holiday. I actually think the day after the Super Bowl should be a holiday.
It should.
Like you up all night and people out and stuff and parties. Like nobody don't want to go to work Monday morning. Should be a holiday.
What you want to do?
I do. Peter Griffin said went to pick up that Hogwarts yesterday, and GameStop said they sold my copy and have to wait until the 10th. Damn, that's messed up.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn,
Yeah.
son. I'm sorry. Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till Friday?
Yeah. Damn.
I'll let you know. I was playing it last night and it's fun.
Did you go pick it up?
No, I downloaded it. I bought the legacy pack, the big one, and man, let me tell you about that wand combat. I feel like, oh yeah,
that's messed up, dog. You the man. You can't commiserate with the man.
I feel you, Peter Griffin.
You talking about he telling you he ain't got it.
I
And you
promise.
like, It was great, man. Sorry for you. I started playing this. Damn, man. Have some respect.
I feel bad
Have
for you.
some respect
Ain't
for our
nobody got their
viewers.
shit together.
Yeah, they gotta get their shit together. He said, "What house you get? Is there a test?"
I'm slithering. What you do is you link your Pottermore account to it, and you'll get the house that you have from your Pottermore account, I believe. And I went into Slytherin.
Okay.
Everybody thought I was Gryffindor. Nah, I'm Slytherin. And I'm so Slytherin. Like everything that makes a Slytherin, I'm so.
Oh god.
Huh?
Harry was technically both. He could have been what's Gryffindor or Slytherin.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun, man.
Cool.
So Randy, what house you get? You ain't did the
Oh,
Pottermore test?
if I was, I'd probably be a Gryffindor.
You should do the Pottermore test and give us your answer. And I
Okay.
want you to email me your answer. Don't
All
tell
right.
they ask you who you want to send it to. Send me the emails. Take a screenshot and send it to me. I want to know what house you get.
I might be a Ravenclaw.
Maybe a Hufflepuff.
I'm not a Hufflepuff. I might be a
Maybe a
Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff.
I
Hufflepuff's
might.
pretty badass.
They all right. I'll be a Raven. I think I would be a Ravendor.
So
Huff. Now you got me. You got me saying it. I'll be whatchamacallit. Nah, I'm
I took
forgetting
the
the
test
names.
3 times because nobody believed I was Slytherin. There's no way you're Slytherin.
I think I'd be a Gryffindor or a
I
Ravenclaw.
took the test 3 times and it was definitely Slytherin all 3 times. My
I can
universe.
see you as a Slytherin. I can see it.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm with Peter Greg. With Peter, I would either be Ravenclaw or Gryffindor.
You should take the test.
All right, I'll take the test.
Yeah, go to Pottermore and take the test. It's a great test. Everybody should take it. It's a great personality test. With that being said, anything you want to give to the people?
I know normally we do it on Wednesday, but tomorrow, binge worthy, we're coming back and we are reviewing HBO Max's Velma. I was gonna say Ravenclaw, but Velma. So yeah.
Same thing. Not as much. No, it's not.
So yeah, tomorrow tune in and listen to what the binge worthy crew has to say about Velma.
Velma. Yep. Shout out to Rodney for always being a great technical producer, killing it as always. Shout out to Defunk for curating all the stories we had. Shout out to Digital Click for making us look good. With that being said, peace.
Peace.